forward this message, you will hear a bad news, something like that. So these are also fake news and bad practice as well. So yeah, I am among those people who heard of fake news. That's it.
Yes. Okay, thank you. So now it's my turn. In my opinion, nowadays it's a common on social media. Maybe every day we get some fake news in social media if we are browsing. We usually browse in social media, so it's a common. And nowadays, even though I am so much worried about the television news or newspaper news, because those television and newspaper owner are a politician, maximum owner are politician, and sometimes they manipulate the news, and they try to make something wrong, or try to manipulate a different way, and that is also on kinds of fake news, and it is happening. I think in my country, because already I mentioned most of the television owner or newspaper owner are politician, and they are try to manipulate just because of the handle of opponent or something like that. It is the conflict between politician and politician, the opponent politician. So this is the big reason to big reason of fake news. But you have to find out who is this fake news and who is this real news, because sometimes it makes me confusion, like it can the real news, or it can be a false news or something like that. Because there already the Shan mentioned there have some agenda who try to motive these kinds of like newspaper or television or something like that. So I think now we usually see these kinds of news. Yeah, that's it from my side. Shan, I need a break to take my dinner. Can you take care?
Okay, Abdullah, continue.
Okay, Abdullah.
Okay, sure. We are now moving on to question number 5. Could you live without a telephone or handphone? Ishan?
Would you live without telephones? I think you can live, but not working. Nowadays, if you want to working, must need cell phone. If no work, just stay home, maybe you can practice. Without cell phone, can live a life, but if you want to work the company, so everything the work issue all they share to WhatsApp. The information all shared to WhatsApp. So we need the cell phone for survival. When you want to survive, you must need the cell phone. You have enough money, you want to stay home, or without cell phone still can live. Everything can, but society not allowed. Maybe the commercial or business, if you want to work with the company, you must need the cell phone.
Right. Okay, Chaminda?
Yes, I think for living in this modern world, we need mobile phone actually, because in working in our profession, especially we need it to do our jobs well. Because I'm doing a on-call duty job. I'm not going to the office daily. I am working in on-call duty. Because of that, I need my telephone in every single minute. And even in the private life, not when we considering only the private life, even to channeling a doctor, we have to use our phone. Because of that, I don't think we can't live a better life without phones. That's my opinion. Abdullah.
Thank you, Chaminda. Wahyu,
Yes, maybe I can
is your
live.
name Wahyu? Is it correct?
Yes, that's correct. Wahyu Komara, that's my name. I think maybe I can live without telephone or handphone or mobile phone, we can say, but I can say it is a hard thing to do today when we lost our phone and our phone are is not in our hand today. Because everything we are connected to people now are using handphone. We are doing our job, our business, using that's good. Yeah, I think we can live without that, but it is hard to do nowadays. Yeah, that's what I feel, and I experienced lost my phone, and it is not comfortable at all without the handphone. Thank you, Abdullah.
Thank you. Wahyu, which country you belong to?
I'm from Indonesia, Abdullah.
Indonesia. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, thank you.
Shima Toha,
Yes.
question
For
number 5.
me, it's that they cannot live without phones and cell phone and social media because it's a tool, and the person himself to decide whether he use these things to improve himself or to use it for the silly things and waste their time. So we cannot blame the social media. We cannot blame the smartphone. We have to blame ourselves because of the usage of those things. So for me, it's every every time has its tool. Not, and this time that that we are live so social media and smartphone is a part of this time, so we have to have a knowledge of. So we cannot blame the social media and the smartphone. We have to blame ourselves because of or use it in a bad way. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Shima. Omar, first of all, hi again, Omar, and we are now on question number 5.
Hello, see you again for
Yeah,
quite
after a long time. Yeah.
and can you send a chat history? I mean the questions.
Okay. I think Sean is gonna send that. So the question is, could you live without a telephone or handphone?
Oh, I don't think I can live without my cell phone right now, as I have tried several times to limit the time I spend with it. Like I go to library, I will put my cell phone just at home. But later I find out it's truly hard. Why so? Because nowadays we buy food online through cell phones, and we enter into a library or somewhere which require a Hathy code. For preventing the COVID-19 spreading, we have designed and create some kind of um, code for, ensure that you are safe enough to enter into a private room, because it's truly hard to communicate or living in a public environment without a mask. So do cell phones. Nowadays, you need to carry your cell phone almost to and anywhere. I mean, everywhere you enter into will require you to show where are you from. If you're from somewhere that so many people contract the virus, then you are not allowed entering into this room. I guess cell phones can generate or
Omar, sorry for the interruption. Can you please be a bit louder? Because I
all
can't
right.
hear you properly. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I will put my cell phone next time. Is it
Okay.
better now?
Yeah, yeah, better.
All
Please
right.
carry on.
Cell phones can be used in almost anywhere for payment, for like uh, communicating with your parents from a really long distance. Those functions can already replace the old telephones and some computers. I guess it's truly hard to live without it, as we're all using it nowadays almost day and night till um, till sleep. I guess that's how we live the modern life. And sometimes I consider cell phone as an addiction because maybe you can just lie down on your bed and play with your cell phone for a whole day long, which is truly terrible. So, um, anyway, I think I can live without cell phones right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Omar. For me, yeah, as a human being, I can live without anything except oxygen and food. I mean, but for surviving, we need the other things. We need laptop. We need some braces, and also the handphone or the mobile phone. So, as Chaminda said, that whenever you uh, call for a doctor, you need a phone, and some other person said for social media, for all, I mean, some people they say for our online shopping we use mobile phone. So now it's a pretty much part and parcel, and it will be really hard to live without a telephone. It's not the a hobby or something like that. It's now a necessity of us. It becomes a necessity within the time. Earlier, it was something like some people they think it's a show off, and some people they think that telephone is a thing of rich persons. But nowadays, it becomes so much uh, necessary for the people. Almost every people has, I mean, every adult has a cell phone of its own. So it's a quite obvious thing nowadays to move on. Okay, so now we are moving on to question number 6. Why are social networks so popular nowadays? Chaminda?
Yes, I think the speed of access. I think it is the most important thing, because if you want to meet your friend uh, who you have you haven't met in recent times, so you can just go to the messenger and or go to the Facebook and or go to the any we have so many platforms now that is easy of access. Otherwise, the other thing is knowledge. I think the most amazing social media is YouTube for me, because we can learn anything, we can grab any detail from it. Yes, the whole world knowledge, the knowledge of the university and knowledge in everywhere we can grab from the YouTube. We can grab theories, practicals, and uh, issues and rectifications and everywhere from this one platform. I think it is the most amazing social media for me. Yeah, that's the reason why they are popular in nowadays within the people. I think those are social media platforms are amazing. It create a revolution in this world. It has created a revolution in this world. Yeah, thank you.
Right. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you very much for your pragmatic discussion. Now we are move on to Wahyu.
Yes, Abdullah.
Question number 6. Why are social networks so popular nowadays? What do you think?
Yeah, I think I want to pick one simple reason, because I think the people or human character is are want to know other people life, maybe, so they use social media, and maybe they want to communicate each other. See, for example, for the Facebook, we can communicate each other, we can say hello, and then we know each other. I think that the simple reason why people love to use social media. I think that's all from my comment, Abdullah. Thank you.
Thank you. Shima Toha.
Yes. For the question of the social media, so why it become very popular. So social media become popular because people nowadays want to share information between them, to share ideas, and to know the other perspectives of the people. So the social media, it's like opportunity. They consider the social media as opportunity to know about the other people who lives around the world, who their culture, their everything. So to interact, how to interact with them. So social media, it's like a chance for them, for people who like to know about the others cultures, and know about or share ideas to increase maybe their knowledge, to increase their information about the others culture. So that's why the social media has become so popular nowadays, and many people, they like to share their events. They let the others to know about their events, what is happening in their life. So they like to share their events. And now also social media, becomes it's like tools for those people who are businessmen or women, to advertise for their business by using social media, and use social media as a tool for for yeah for to advertise, to make advertisement about their work, and to get customers because of the social media. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Shima Taha. You really pointed out some important points nowadays. Okay, Homer, can you please answer question
Okay.
number 6?
Oh, I would say social networks so popular because of its usage for a large scale of population. As in my country, I mean in China, back to 1990s, no one used internet, and no one.
Would you mind turn on your camera, or is it something you want a secret?
What?
I asked, do you mind turn on your camera, or?
Oh, yeah. That's okay. I'm already on my bed, so it's really dark.
Yeah, but I
Hello.
can see you. Yeah. Why
Yeah.
I ask that? Because your voice is too low. If you turn on your camera, so we can understand what you are saying.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
because I'm already laying bed and I didn't bring my
No
microphone.
issue. You can
And
continue.
I will bring
Fine.
it just after this question. I do think social network becoming a popular trend nowadays because of the frequent usage for internet. Why? Because every single day people around the world use internet for connecting each other and like sending emails, like using all those social website to know someone you are interested in, like you love significant other or your parents and relatives. We're all using networks to connect us, and it do makes our relationship become much closer than ever before. Because if you are in a long distance relationship, but you're already missing each other, you really need to using those social networks, because maybe before this, maybe you can call someone for quite long hours, but still you can see each other. But these networks nowadays can make people see each other much easier. Maybe you still can feeling the touching or something like that. But still, social network makes people life much easier for work and for life. So that's why I think social network became such a popular trending nowadays. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Omar. Ong Tin, can you please introduce yourself? AUNG, Ong Tin, and then TUN. It's Tune or maybe Tune, yeah. Ong Tin Tune. Can you hear me? Okay, Grigory, you just joined. Can you please introduce yourself for others?
Hello, I'm Grigory. I'm from Russia. I just now see post in Facebook and decided to join in this group. I try improve my speaking skill and
I can't hear you properly. Chaminda, could you hear? I mean, can you hear him?
mm,
Oh, I think,
I
yeah.
I can't hear him. Jan, it is a problem with him, his connection. Abdullah. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Abdullah?
I can hear you. Not his connection. It's
Yeah.
like his voice. We can't hear him. Maybe the microphone issue. Grigory, can you use some headphones or something like that so that we can hear you clearly?
I try.
Sorry, I can't hear you still. Your network is fine, but your voice is not that much louder.
Mm. I try now improve my microphone.
Still, I can't hear you. Maybe the other people there also not hearing you. Okay, I'll come back to you once again. Let me answer the question. Okay. So Grigory, did you just join with another device?
Now do you listen me?
Yeah, but there is echo problem now. Can you please come with one device? I mean, with your phone or something like that, because there is two devices, and if you connect with two devices, if you turn on the audio, it will create an echo. You're muted. You are muted. Please unmute yourself.
Now do you listen me?
Yeah, right. Yeah, now I can hear you.
My home netbook have problem with microphone, and I decided joining to smartphone. I'm
Okay,
Grigory. I'm from Russia, and I try and improve my speaking skill on English with this group.
yeah, that's pretty much good to know about that. So, can you please answer the question? Why are social networks so popular nowadays?
Social network.
Yeah, like Facebook. Yeah.
Conversation online more easy than conversation offline. In internet, we can meeting with people from other country. We have opportunity, have many friends, but it conversation without obligation, and offline conversation is more hard and more important. People don't like hard doing something and prefer choose easy activity. Do you understand me? Online conversation is easy activity, more easy than offline conversation. Do you understand me?
Oh, I thought I had some internet issue. Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you now.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your answer. For me, yeah, social networks become popular nowadays because of a variety of reasons. First of all, as you mentioned, that it's social platforms where we can connect with the people all around the globe. On the other hand, I must mention that it's a complete package of several things in one platform. For example, if I consider the example of Facebook, in one platform you can find your friends, you can do business, you can find jobs now, you can upload your products in marketplace, and from there you can sell the used things as well. You can make groups and cohorts, you can find similar minded people, like I joined here from Facebook as well. So for several reasons social networks so popular nowadays, and it's a complete package, as I say. For entertainment purpose, if you want to watch videos, it's also available in Facebook. So that's why social networks are becoming popular nowadays. Also there are also sorry also there are other social platforms in niche specific, like for your career, for your for I mean your professional life, there is LinkedIn, Indeed. For your entertainment, there is TikTok and other things. Like for news and following other people, it's there is Twitter. And for uh, picture, become a influence marketer, something like that, there is Instagram, or even Pinterest as well. So the social networks become popular nowadays because of its ease of access. And as we are using internet with almost no cost, so we use social networks to make ourselves keep busier with the things, and there's also some uh, other perspective in where social networks become popular nowadays among the teenagers because they don't have other options. So they find themselves to engage in social media, and they maybe some fake dopamine. For example, if you upload something and someone reacts in a love or in a like a way, and you feel good. So there are good things and bad things, but in a nutshell or bottom line, social medias are becoming popular nowadays in almost everywhere in the world. So we are now moving on to question number 7. Do you think actors, singers, sportsmen, etc. earn too much money? Okay, Chaminda.
Yeah, I don't think it's too much money because if you can, they deserved it. I think they deserves it because if the people, any other sportsman or actor can't earn so much money without his skill. I can't think like that. If he earns so much money, he should have uh, many to expose to the world, and many things to entertain and to present that, because I don't think and we can't blame them that is they deserved it very much. I think the talent is the most important thing, I think, in this modern world, because if you have talent in those acting or singing or in any sports, then you have the platform to show them and showcase them in this whole world and earn so much money. I think they deserve it, and they are doing their favorite thing, and they are doing, I always think they are doing their favorite hobby and earn from it. They are the most lucky people in this world, I think. uh, because of that, I don't think ever like that. Thank you, Abdul.
Thank you. Wahyu.
Yes.
Okay, you are still there. Okay, question number 7.
Question number 7. Do you think actors, singers, sportsmen, etc. earn too much money? I don't think so, because everybody has their own fortune. So I think that's, if they deserve to get that money, I think why not? I think that's for my opinion. Thank you.
Okay, Omar. Omar, are you? Yeah.
Oh, I use my cell phone. I think we are here in the. Do you think actors, singers, and sportsmen earn too much money? I don't think so, because what they did and what they do, comparing with an normal worker or average income worker, is much different. What they perform and what they work did is much different and much difficult, because for example, actors need to perform some hard actions in the movie, which will do harm to their own body. For a normal guy, they don't want to risk their life for some money. And for singers, I think they have talents which can perform some singing that maybe normal guys can't do. So they deserve this kind of salary.
about a sportsman, I do think they work so hard because their physical strength and you know their work is sounds quite fun because you are watching them perform these sports, but still the practice behind all of the difficulty they have suffered behind the scenes. Mm, always we always have no idea how hard it could be. So I do think all of those specialists have their own talents that which deserve this kind of high incomes, because without this kind of specialists in our society, it would be much a boring society because we are the same and people are not different from each other. So I do think even some people can earn much more than us. We should respect and give a positive reaction. Envy and hate can create uh, a better result, and I do think only society can create such a hierarchy system which can benefit everyone in. Um, that's the society we want, and I think it's not a money issue, and that's all. Thank you.
Okay. Grigory. Please unmute yourself and answer. The question is, do you think yeah.
In my opinion, sportsmen, actors, and singer and acts don't earn too much money. Only famous person from them earn much money. Other them earns few money because very famous people very few, and other people earn very few money. I know several sportsmen and singer. They not famous. They don't earn much money. And sportsmen have very short career. After 30 years, they go out from sports. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
And don't have possibility earn money from sports. It is problem for sportsmen.
Yeah, you are right. Not all the professionals, they earn money. Only those who are famous, they earn too much money. Yeah, right.
If you have good profession, you have possibility earn more money than common singer, sportsmen, or actors.
Yeah,
do you understand me?
Yeah, I understand you.
I finish it.
So Grigory, what's the temperature in your country right now? You are wearing some warm clothes.
Outside my flat is 11 above zero.
11. Oh my goodness, that's quite cold, I think.
It's not for autumn in my place. It's very hot. It's very warm weather.
So do you use any kind of air condition in your home or something like that?
in my flat have central heater. Do you understand me?
Yeah. You use heater. Yeah, we got it. Okay, so now I'm answering question number 7. I will give a different perspective because you already answered that you don't think actors, singers, sportsmen, they earn too much money. So uh, I'm gonna share a different point of view. I think actors, singers, sportsmen, and also doctors, they earn too much money in their life. Why I'm saying it? Because the effort, I mean, the same effort in other profession, like who are actually making impact. For example, teachers. I don't know about your country, but in my country, those who are impactful, like teachers, entrepreneurs, or those who are doing some kind of social activities, they can't earn, or they struggle to earn too much money. But those who are, celebrities, actors, and sometimes the sportsmen, they put a bit less effort, but with the less effort they earn too much money. And even if some doctors, they practice some the unethical things, and with that they earn too much money with a little effort. For example, maybe one visit, 5 minutes they spend. Even some doctors, they don't spend 5 minutes on a patient, and the fee is 1,000 in my currency. So on the other hand, some people, they can't earn 1,000 even if in a whole day. So there is discrimination among the profession. Yeah, to some point it's true that talent requires, hard work requires, but sometimes there are some people, they don't have talents and they don't work hard, but with the money, they only make a group and they start to act, and they start making something, and they got view in Facebook and YouTube, and with the monetization they start earning. So yeah, your point is also right, and I am just saying in my in the other point of view, because if I would say that, that would be boring. So there can be two point of views in regarding this question. Now we are move on to question number 8. Do people have better manners now than before? Wahyu?
Thank you, Abdullah. I don't think so. It's depend on the people or person itself. In previous time, maybe the ones who have good education and educated people, they will usually have a good manner. And for the opposite, maybe for today also, if they don't have education and can respect each others, they will not have good manners otherwise. So I think it's not depend on the time or period or the years. All people generally like the same. They will react or behave depend on their mind and their backgrounds, from family background and life background and etc. I think that's the point. In generally, people will be the same. Time back years ago, and now the future will still the same, I think. Thank you, Abdullah.
Thank you very much. Homar? Do people have better manners now than before?
Okay. Better manners now than before. I think it's a pretty
I can't
tough.
hear you properly. Let me check my volume.
I mean, better manners now than before? I don't think so, because still nowadays you can see and heard some dirty words or slangs when you watching movies or some TV episodes. Like those words you can heard frequently, especially in TV dramas. So manners for nowadays do have a different kind of version. I mean, people do be more politely towards each other in the city zones. Doesn't matter because in the countryside, people didn't receive well educations. They are using those dirty words almost every day. So it's hard comparing um, now and before. But I do believe with time go on with the information technology sharing in the world or the education supply to the rural village. I think people will get better manners by a well condition. I mean, once you are offered with good income, food, those conditions can help you to have a good manners. Not only about the language, but also about the living habit. Because manners is also about keep a good diet and sleep early at night. Don't stay out so late. So this kind of habits and manners, I do believe, is related to the modern life societies created for us. Normal workers nowadays, comparing with like the former generation, do I mean much different right now. But still, it can't say that it's better because nowadays people need to work like 12 hours a day and 6 days a week. But yeah, they do have a lot of money, but they don't have time. So I guess the answer for this is no. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Homer, can you please contact this meeting because I need to have a break now.
You mean become the host?
Yeah, I already made you a co-host, so no problem. Also, Grigory is the co-host. But you know, so it's easy. You have to ask the participant one by one. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so Gregory, can you answer the question number A?
In my opinion, manner not have we not don't have better manners than before because in time my parents in society have more regret, more constraint for rude behavior. For example, people don't say rude word in presence woman and child. Now it's common things. Do you understand me? And now many bad films and Teenagers just take bad manner from bad films. Do you hear me?
Yeah, we are hear you, Gregory.
Good. I finished my question.
Okay, so Antington, it's your turn to answer the question 9. Oh, Kumara. Wuhai Kumala, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, can you
Yes,
answer
hello.
question 8?
Question number 9. Okay. Under
Okay.
what circumstances would you walk out of the restaurant? Well, I think when I will walk away from the restaurant when I treated in a bad way. So, say for example, the restaurant official or waitress doesn't respect me, and also another things, the 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 food is not clean, and the setting of the location is not clean, and maybe that is something that will make me walk away from the restaurants. I think that's from me, Homer. Thank you.
Okay. So Abdullah, are you there? I think you are taking a break, but it's your turn to answer the question 9. So Abdullah is not there.
Yeah, I think he's not monitor the meeting. Maybe still busy with his.
So Antington is not there too, right? I have asked him in few minutes earlier. So I will answer the question 9 right now. Under what circumstances would you walk out of a restaurant? I guess the circumstances we are facing and feel really uncomfortable with is someone smoking in the room that you couldn't bear. So I will walk out of the restaurant directly if someone didn't respect my presence. I mean, if I'm in that restaurant, but someone, even I ask politely to stop smoking, but he or she didn't or refuse my advice, I will definitely leave. Or maybe in some countries, smoking in public circumstance, especially like a restaurant or a bar, it's not prohibited. But I do think for some reason that you shall walk out of a restaurant, especially for hating smoking. And another circumstances I want to describe is like someone talking loudly using their cell phones, because that makes me feel uncomfortable with. And due to circumstances referring to like related to machines, what I mentioned is like air conditioner whose so low temperature will make us really uncomfortable with. I will walk out of the room the same. So I think the circumstances we are referring to right here containing people in the environment. And sometimes I want to describe our restaurant is really dirty, like waste and garbage on the floors, which after you walking into the restaurant, you don't have any appetite to digest food because it's smelling bad. It looks bad. And I do think a restaurant require and should give a quite good environment for their customers to, enjoying ways. That's my opinion. So, Gregory, it's your turn to answer question 9.
In my opinion, I walk out of restaurant if this place have bad smell and very overpriced food and many data and very data's place. But it's in my city where I never look this restaurant. And in your country, do you have difference from restaurant or coffee or cafe or other place for food? Or you have only restaurant for this place? You call it only restaurant for this place?
Okay, I think you finished the question. The next one, Wahai Kumala, can you answer question 9?
Question 9. I think I'm
Question 10.
10. Okay. I think Abdullah or Aung Tin Tuns still available or not?
I don't think
Tun?
I have asked it. Only 3. Me, Gregory, and you are still in the cycle. So answer question number 10.
Okay, I will answer the question number 10. What country has the best cuisines? Since I never go abroad, except in my own country, I think that's my country has the best cuisines. We have various cuisines, various food, and also even though in my country myself, I haven't tried all the food and cuisines. So I think, to be honest, I don't have much experience trying another cuisine beside in my own country. Thank you, Hammer.
Okay, the question number 10. For me, the country. Even
Maybe, Hammer, sorry, maybe you can speak loudly since I don't hear the voice.
Right.
Yeah.
The country I have been to only, no, I mean, I haven't go abroad yet. But the best cuisine I have tested from different countries have already surpassed maybe 10. Like Italy spaghetti, like Japanese sushi, like hamburgers, like cheese or French cheese, and those cuisines are all from another foreign countries. What I mentioned is if you're only within your motherland, I mean, you haven't go abroad, the chances you can take food from another country is close to 10 on 0% even. Why so? Because you don't have any chance to try new food. What I mean is, for me, the best cuisine in my country is what we call Peking duck. It's really delicious. It's a part of meat that were cooked like a dumpling, and after you eat it, the the flavor, it's so delicious that you can't remember. So that's the best cuisine. And I also comparing it with another cuisines from another countries, like what I mentioned from Japan's sushi, um, Italy's spaghetti, and beef from from other countries, I believe, from Europe, especially because they all use beef as the best cooking materials. I'm guessing there's no one standard for the best cuisine because everyone have their own taste and have their own opinion. But I do believe the most delicious and best cuisine is all born in your motherland because you have experienced it and you have grown up with this kind of cuisines because it's more approachable and somehow it's change your life through the digestive system if you eat as frequent as possible, because if you deem it as the best cuisine, I guess you will keep your diet with this kind of cuisines almost as frequent as possible. So what I mean is the best cuisine can only depends on you, and I do believe it also belongs to your own country. That's my opinion. So Gregory, it's your turn to answer the question 10.
In my opinion, best cuisine not exist. Exist only good cooker. In my city, we have many immigrants who work as cooker and they have very different skill to cooking. And only person who work as cooker made good food. Cuisine, it's not, it's independence from cuisine.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
I'll finish.
Yes, I finished.
Hi, Kumar.
Yes.
11.
Okay, so question number 11. If you could live without sleeping, how would you spend your nights? Well, usually if I'm hardly to sleep, I spend my nights watching YouTube and open my social media and trying to get rid of the feel of boring, because we are hardly to sleep. Maybe I can chat with my friend who still awake, and talk each other. Or what else? Maybe I will buy something to be cooked and drink some coffee. I hope that will accompany me for all night longs. And well, I think that's all what I would to do when I'm still awake in all night longs, for to get rid of and to get rid of my my borings during one night without sleeping. I think that's for me, humble. Thank you.
All right.
All right, I think it's my turn to answer question number 11. If you could live without sleeping, how would you spend your night? I guess it's a funny question because night and daytime it's much different. At night, people always sleep. So when I'm in insomnia and now I'm falling into deep thinking about life, what's the meaning of life? Why we live it? And what if it's meaningless? It's kind of funny that when you're thinking about those, you know, useless thinking, or you can see nonsense. But still, nights are really peaceful and calm. And this kind of serenity will make you rethink something that you have no imagination during day hours. Why so? Because in the daytime, people works, people study, people are busy with something they are not, you know, busy with, like hustle and bustle. You all need to keep yourself busy to make a living. But at night, people sleep. No one talk to you. No one will kind of stay up without anything useful. What I mean is, at night we always sleep. But if you without sleep, you have so much time to do something that other people can. So what I'm going to do is put those time into usage, which like you can study a lot to pass an important examination in your life. And that's a blessing from God if you can. I mean, you could live without sleeping because you can live like a 2 lifespan for an average human beings. And that's my answer. Thank you. It's your turn, Gregory.
In my case, this time I prefer spend to reading books and watching movies, because this activity I very frequency don't have time in my common life.
All right. Oh, I think you have finished.
Yes, I finish it.
All right. So the next question: men and women always treated equally? Uhai Kumala.
Yes. I don't agree that men and women should be treated equally, because they are they have even though we want to treat men and women equally, still in some in certain issue, men or woman has their own boundaries, so we cannot treat them equally for all aspects. They has they have their own specialty. See, for example, men cannot be pregnant, and women are pregnant. So, in that case, in that fact, they should be treated differently in a special case. And so that's point, men and women can complete each other's. So there are certain certain things that men cannot do women's jobs, and also other for the opposites, women can do men's jobs. Well, I think that's from my opinion for the sample case. It should be different for certain case for women and men. But for generally, they have the same purpose. They have the same potential to do, but as I mentioned before, that they have boundary each others. That's all my comments, Hammer. Thank you.
All right, good answer. I think it's my turn. All men and women shall be treated equally, but not always. I think at work, men will get higher pay than women because their physical strength and mental strength is much stronger comparing with women. But nowadays, you can see more and more female leaders. But still, I don't think we are treated equally because men still dominate the majority of important positions in companies. As in the past few centuries, men have dominant power in comparing with women. And for me, what I have seen in my country and my company is women are always being treated unequally. Why so? Because in my country, maybe it sounds like exaggeration, but still, as a female, you can enter into so many different kinds of jobs that are related to physical strength. It's not a bias or some gaslight in career design or professional choices. It's just not talented jobs. I mean, women are not talented for this kind of positions, as it require so many efforts at work. And females, I mean, girls are not so strong in my country as they are all tend to be staying at home in the past for cooking dinners and house chores for their husbands. So this kind of history past, which changed current society. But I do believe with time go on, men and women can be treated more equally. In the past, as you can see more and more young females can earn much more money comparing with their peers. I mean, male peers especially. So that's my answer. So, Gregory, can you answer this question? Do you, I mean, are men and women always treated equally?
No, man and woman very frequency treated unequally because men and women have very different possibility, have very different education.
Mm.
Women, men more ambitiously than women.
Mm. Yeah, I
Women
agree.
prefer go out from work to and make to grow up children. Men prefer earn money with work.
All right, Kumara, can you answer the question number 13? Do you trust everything you read, hear, or see on the news?
Uh, of course, I don't. I think nowadays, where the news and informations are spreading widely without control, I think we should have filter ourselves, which is good and which that is not good. It is in our area because we cannot control information and news that are coming to us, and it is our compulsory to make a filter and decide what we do regarding the news and information that we got from outside. I think that's the point. So it's always been like that today, because we cannot stop the information coming to us nowadays. Thank you, Hammer.
Okay. I don't trust everything I read, hear, or see on the news. Why? Because, like Donald Trump said, there are so many fake news which want to affect or change our opinions towards some certain stuff, like the political position, like who you will vote for president. Those are fake news. Those things you read and hear may be wrong because the news behind may have someone manipulated and has some kind of ill intention to keep some secret from the public. So the news sometimes can be really misleading. Like Facebook, they have a large, users use their information supplies, which so many people require information and get news, maybe indirectly from another users. There's no government official or some instructor which limit their news because sometimes people are gullible. They believe in those rumors rather than believing in government sometimes. That's sarcastic. That's kind of ironic because yeah, we believe government sometimes limit those bad news. For example, COVID-19. During the pandemic, no one, I mean, before the pandemic, someone has this kind of rumors. There is a terrible disease. And yeah, once you heard this kind of terrible news, you will just believe it because even government will made mistake just to cover it up because they hope the public is not in panic or kind of you know, the fake news is like you haven't experienced this kind of pandemic before, so you can imagine it. So the government official just want to cover this news under from the public, but later the disease spreading so fast that people can't stop it by pretend it doesn't happen. So finally the news come out. So yeah, people do believe in rumors and small news from another maybe someone you're familiar with. So I guess I don't trust everything I read, hear, or see on the news depends on the same reason. Because people lie for their own purpose. We should trust our gut instinct or see the truth by our own eyes through some true or direct facts, not just heard or read or see from another people, because it's kind of like change your opinion by others if you always trust someone. That's all. Thank you. It's your turn, Gregory.
Unmute, Gregory.
In my case, I don't trust everything I read, hear, and see on the news because news very frequently show only one side of events and hid other sides of truth because each events have many circumstances and news show only one part of few circumstances and hide other circumstances. Do you understand me?
Yeah, we understand you. You define it.
Yes, I found.
Okay, it's your turn. Kumala, can you answer the question number 14?
14.
What's a good job, interesting and well-paid job?
A good job for me, it is a job that I'm excited to, a job that I'm wake up in the morning and want to directly get doing my jobs, and something encourage me for better and get the goal completed, and it's always cheer me up to dig my potential. I think that's the perfect job for me, the definition of perfect job for me. And a well-paid job, I think you will get the well-paid job. It is depend on your quality and on your contribution to what you what you dealing with. The more you contribute, see, for example, for the case you are working into one company, the more you contribute, I think the more the Fed will you earn. I think that's for me, Amr. Thank you.
All right. It's a good question because we all do jobs. And what kind of job is good and what kind of job is interesting and well paid? Definitely, I would say a good job is which you are feel quite satisfied with. You don't feel any pressure, but still you earn so much profit and money during the work. Good job is definitely have two, three different kinds of dimension that you can imagine. One is close to you, home, because you can go back and go to really conveniently, and you don't need to spend so much time for traveling. And the second thing is about interesting. Why a job is interesting? I guess it's related to your interests. For me, I'm really into second language learning. So I'm really enjoying talk to foreigners, which is my interests. I want to relate it, my work, to my language ability. I want to talk to many foreigners online and especially for customers. My future employer give me an opportunity, which is um, communicate with another colleagues in India for some important information. But still, they require so much information and details that I need to be cautious with. So I would definitely say an interesting job is you feel curious about, and sometimes an interesting job can attract you even without uh, you know a perfect salary. I mean, when someone will do a job for money, uh, like Steve Jobs or someone who has leadership or entrepreneurship will definitely find their interest, not about money. For sure, finally, their interest and money combined together, which create Apple. Um, so definitely, I definitely think it's definitely a good thing because you're interested in your job. Um, at the same time, for me, I quit my current job already, and I felt quite testless about my job content because it's always a routine, and I'm no longer interested in. A job for most of people are just testless after 10 or 20 years of a routine life. So I guess to find an interesting job is truly hard. So the third one I would define it well paid job is just contains enough remuneration, salary or income. As long as you are living in a company, I mean at work, the meaning of work is get paid. So well paid means it can cover your renting fees, your your daily necessity like food, and sometimes when you're establishing your own family, you need to cover it, like your baby's food, your parents' many allowance, like so many things. So well paid means all the money you get can cover all those difficulties in your life, and still the rest of the remuneration, I mean the money could be saved for a big plan like um, a long distance traveling or a big day present for your girlfriend. So that's what I say about a well-paid job. Gregory, it's your turn to answer question number 14.
In my opinion, best job is interesting job because it's made me happy. Interesting job made you happy and improve your life. Do you understand me?
Yes,
Could you,
I can
could you
understand.
understand your point?
All right. I
I
think
prefer choice interesting job.
sure your answer is brief. And Kumala, can
Yeah.
you answer that question? The last question, I mean, 15.
Question number 15. Are social networks sometimes used for a bad purpose? Yeah, I think agree. We should be honest that not all social media or social networks is resulting benefit for us. In some case, maybe the impact of the social networks make us busy, and at the end we step to the condition that we don't want our privacy is widely spread. So at the first time, maybe we want to have a good friend in our social network or social media. We want to communicate with friends. We want to share the information to others, to our friends. But in some cases, sometimes we want to limit our access to other people and makes our privacy is guaranteed. So it's not always a good thing to have social media. Sometimes we get negative effect from that. So yeah, we have heard many facts that people get dangers, get people life are in danger because of the social media effect. So in that fact, I think it is always, people said social media has two sides, like a knife, two sides. For the certain for certain purpose, it's become a good thing for us because we can share good information, we can promote promote our goods, and we can introduce ourselves and people know us. But there are negative impact also from social media. So for example, our privacy, our family information are spread to internet, and that is endanger us. So it's potential, and there is also a fact that social sometimes become bad purpose. People make a crime in our social media. They are using our information, private information, and get us busy to cover it. I think that's for my answer, Hammer. Thank you.
It's a quite good answer. And I think so. Social networks sometimes used for bad purpose. Donald Trump have mentioned the fake news. Voters in America have been influenced by those kind of news on Facebook. So bad purpose behind is like someone want to manipulate you. The big data mining it's just exactly the technology we need for bad purpose. Why so? When you commit a crimes, someone will detect it beforehand if they have a big data to predict these kind of acts. So when you do online shopping, those small details, those contents you have watching are all being recording. For what purpose? For predict your shopping habit, to predict what way you click, what kind of goods you will buy. So is it a bad purpose? And I would deem it's a quite bad purpose because those advertisements and those kind of suppliers will change their customers' mind by offering a fake, or if you're searching online for something randomly, if they offer you so many advertisements, they are doing their own interest. I mean, those people who put advertisements online have their own intention. So for you, it's quite a good bad purpose. As you can see, many young people are addicted for online shopping. Soon, November 11 will come, the really big shopping days. Do you have some idea? I would say the best purpose for this day is those businessmen want to sell their goods through online website as fast and as large amount as possible for the shortest period of time. So they create this kind of fake festival. It's my opinion. It's your turn, Gregory. It's the last question.
Yes, social networks sometimes use it for bad purpose. For example, criminal can break your account to lend money from your friends. And write message from your name. I finish it.
Yeah.
All right, so we all finished the questions, I guess. Hope to have a good night. And bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.